Hi guys, today we have with us Satyam. Satyam have done his MBA from South Africa. So Satyam, I want to start with the first one. We'll talk about the college and your journey to South Africa as we go along. My first question is why Africa? यार लोग ऑस्ट्रेलिया जाते हैं, यूरोप जाते हैं, यूएस जाते हैं, अफ्रीका क्यों?
Okay, so there are two different reasons, and there can be many reasons. कुछ लोग कुछ पर्सनल रीजंस हो सकते हैं, कभी कभी प्रोफेशनल रीजंस हो सकते हैं. Personal reason, there were two very funny reasons why Africa and why South Africa. So it was since my childhood, the first foreign country I came to know about was South Africa. You know, in the childhood, you study about that Gandhi Mandela thing. Gandhi was thrown out of the train, and that was in South Africa. So that was one thing where South Africa was one of the first foreign country that was stuck in my mind since childhood. That's one. And second, being an Indian, my favorite cricketer was A.B. de Villiers. So South Africa cricket team was one of my favorite, of course, after India. So those were my personal, inclination towards South Africa. Now but your decision to go for a particular MBA college should not be based on your personal inclination, because that's actually a
Thankfully,
very critical decision.
Pakistan. Thank you. The favorite team.
Yeah. So it has to be very rational. It has to be very rational thinking about when you're trying to decide on a particular career path. So why South Africa? When I decided, I was happy I was very happy in my job which I was doing in India, but MBA was something that I always wanted to do. And after my engineering, I was in job for 2 years, and then I thought, no, maybe this is the time I should go for MBA. Now, I had two options: either go for a very good college in India, like you get those IIMs and everything. But for that, I knew I have to sit and prepare. I can't, be working at the same time and prepare for those IIM CATs and everything. You have to, give 100% dedication towards while preparing for that. And since I was working, I did not want to, take a year off from work and everything just to prepare for it. So then I decided I want to go for international MBA. Right? Because I don't, like I said, I don't want to spend a year or two just for preparation. So I thought I should go for international MBA. Now, when you think of international MBA, generally people think of Canada, USA, New Zealand, Malaysia, and all those stuff. But when I did my research, when I did a very heavy research, USA, UK, Australia, Singapore, these were the four countries where most of the people would go. One, it has come to a very saturation point as of now, first thing. Second thing, it is very expensive. Third thing, the place itself, it seems like it's a very nice place from the TV and everything. Like, I don't want to tell this negative things, but some of those places, being an Indian, it's a challenge. It's not a very friendly place for Indians. That's one. The second was obviously it has come to a saturation, and then this college came up from South Africa, and South Africa is everything. It is the future. It has the potential, like China, USA, and all of this stuff. They have utilized their resources and everything. South Africa is an untapped market, very rich in natural resources, very rich in infrastructure and everything, and it is still an untapped market. So people see, even if you see the business reports of around the world and the different journals, you will see people are now investing in Africa. It's the future of the world in terms of business and everything, because it's a large it has got the population, it has got people, nature, climate, and everything. They got place to set up, land to set up any industry that they want to. So South Africa Africa is the future, and South Africa especially is the most developed country in the entire African continent. Now, also on a funnier part, when I say people that I'm in Africa, they think that there are lions roaming in my backyard. No, that's not the truth. South Africa has got a very, very beautiful infrastructure, very well developed infrastructure. And obviously with all these logical thinking that I had from my research and then my personal inclination towards South Africa, I decided, no, I want to go to South Africa. I would do something different. And I'm very happy with my decision as of now.
Superb, superb, great, great. So if I just try to summarize, there are three reasons why Indians go abroad. Number one, of course, like you said, there's a liking going abroad. कि मुझे इंडिया में रहना ही नहीं है.
Yeah,
Fine. So whole of Punjab,
correct.
I think feel that way. Ki our first home is abroad. Then Punjab is our
Yeah,
second home. Then India will look at being
true.
in India. Okay, jokes apart. So number one, number two reasons is a competition. Like you said, in India there's a huge competition these days to get into top college, and especially with work, it at time is very difficult to crack. And third is I've seen a lot of students who already tried doing their MBA in India, couldn't get into a good college. So rather than going for a faltu college, because in India also you have to pay a huge amount of money. Minimum average salary now, average fees is now touching around 15 lakh. So rather than paying 15 lakh
Correct.
in India, it's better to go abroad because same. I normally joke around with the same price. Rather than going for faltu college, you can sit with the gori and study there abroad. Okay. So,
Yeah.
what was the trigger point that while you were working for 2 years of job experience in India, what was the trigger point which made you do your MBA from abroad? What was that turning point during the job which you felt? Of course, you had the other thing in the background, but what was that one tipping point, if you remember?
So my tipping point was I started getting bored of my job. It was a nice job, nice paying job, but then it was, I think if I continue further, I would confine myself in the particular domain for my entire life. And I wanted to broaden my spectrum, my field of expertise. I wanted to try different things and increase my spectrum. And that is why I said, no, now is the time I should go for MBA.
Superb, superb. So I think that's one of the very common reasons, especially for engineers, कि we get bored. हमें वो career perspective से बाद की बात है. पहले we are bored of this place.
But I was not in, that's the funny part. I was not in engineering. I was an engineer, but I was in
Okay.
a management role. I was operations manager in a logistics company. So I
Okay.
was already into operations and it was nice and everything. But then I realized, no, I will confine myself to this particular domain if I just continue working in the same domain for a few more years.
Superb, superb, super. Okay, now we'll talk about the second part. You already have decided to go to South Africa, or I have decided to go to South Africa. One fun fact: South Africa, the colleges are still accepting the students even during the COVID times. That's something good to hear.
Yeah, it is. It is. They are accepting during the COVID times. COVID was bad. We in South Africa we had two waves already. But because the population is less, there were strict lockdown in the first wave. In the second wave, it was very eased up. So even now, everything is open. People are going to offices. People are working from offices. Students are going to the colleges. So life is almost back to normal in terms of working and studying. And the tourism is also open, like not only in terms of students, but also the tourists are being welcomed in South Africa now. The only thing they will have to check from time to time, the rules and regulation change for the entry from different countries. Like right now, India is in the second wave and a lot of country has restricted travels, but that's temporary. That's a temporary thing. That's a entry ban is there from India. But as soon as the number of cases from India goes down, it will be open again.
Yeah, these are temporary ban. So,
Correct.
visa, the student visa, and all will be taken care by the college.
Yes, the college does everything. They are just ask you for a few documents and some formalities that you need to do, like your police clearance certificate, of course, your passport. Like I did not have a passport before applying for this student visa. So those few things, basic things that you need to provide to the college, and then the rest college arrange your study visa and everything
Okay,
because they
so
got a
visa
very
will take
nice relationship. Yeah, they got a very nice relationship with the consulate in Mumbai, South African consulate in Mumbai. So it's never a problem to get a student visa.
I think that's the advantage. If you are going to US now, so they're like, hey, bar crowd, line me out. And being a smaller country, they'll be more than happy to or more facilitating for you to come and join the college.
Like
Okay.
I did not go to South African consulate once to get my visa.
Okay, okay.
I just gave my passport and a photograph and my police clearance certificate to college, and my visa and passport was in my hand.
Okay, superb,
So
superb. I think that's a country by country rule, right? You don't need to much. For example,
correct.
there are few countries where you don't need to go and physically stand there. यूएस तो अलग है ना,
correct,
यूएस यू के लिए बेटा तू लाइन में खड़ा हो, जब तक तू आएगा नहीं तब तक हम तेरे को वीजा नहीं देंगे। बट पुलिस सर्टिफिकेट रिक्वायर्ड,
correct.
तो गाइस तुम चोरी चोरी करना बंद कर दो जो लोग बाहर जाना चाहते हो, दोज आर लिसनिंग टू द वीडियो। ओके, सो हाउ वाज योर एक्सपीरियंस एट द कॉलेज, रेगनेसिस कॉलेज?
Um, College, according to college, obviously everyone has their own expectations from the college they are going, any place they're going in, and not only college but anything. I had different, I had certain expectation which could have been different from other students, but I would say, like, and with full confidence, that the college met all of those expectations that I had. My expectations were very simple. I wanted to learn and I wanted to grow my area of expertise, learn different things, try to change my perspective of looking at things, look at them in a different way, take any business decision in a more rational way. So all those things were, I think, it was superb. Then also the best thing that I liked about college was the curriculum, the way the curriculum has been designed. That's the best part, end of the story, because the curriculum is so nice. Like in India or any other place, I was never a student who want to be in the books all the time. Like in the college, even in MBA college, I see my friends who did the MBA, they have to read these thick books. And it's more of theory and everything. Here, there are no thick books. Of course, if you want to take a reference from any of the books, you're most welcome to take a reference. But the way the curriculum has been designed, it's very little on theory. Obviously, they include the basics that you must know, the technicalities. But here in Regenesys Business College, they do focus more on practical approach. How can they change your perception? How can they make you take better business decisions? So that is why I loved it. The faculties were excellent. I found one of the best faculties and teacher that I in my life here in this Regenesys Business School. And they are teachers, they are professors. Like, even it's been 2 years since I passed out from this school, but I'm still in contact with those teachers. I still meet them over weekends, go with them. Very nice professor. Even if I have some doubts right now, I talk to them and they are more welcome, more happy to, help me out. So that's the best thing. The culturally and the kind of curriculum and the level of education that they're providing here is quite remarkable. And that were my very clear expectations from the college.
Superb, superb.
Okay.
Superb. My next question is about South Africa, Indian investment in South Africa. We can see a lot of Indian companies, like you said, China and India. When I went to Africa, first of all, everyone was surprised. तुम अफ्रीका हॉलिडे के लिए अफ्रीका कौन जाता है? That was the question which was posed to me by my friends and all. So I could see maximum investment Chinese and Indian. So what is your, where are you working now?
So I'm currently working at Mahindra Automobiles in South Africa. So it's a joint venture, Mahindra South Africa, affiliated to Mahindra and Mahindra India. So I'm working at Mahindra South Africa as regional after sales manager. I'm just promoted to this new role this month from 1st of April. I was working as a business analyst until then, and then this month only I got promoted as regional after sales manager.
Super, congrats, yeah, congrats. So next part is about the safety issue, because the perception in India is if you are going to Africa, you'll be mugged, you'll be done this and that. So what is your take on this thing? On कि तुम बाहर जाओगे तुम्हें, this was told to me as well in the flight when I was going to, I went to Ethiopia for holiday.
Okay.
Ethiopia में तो there was an Indian sitting next to me, अंकल जी, अरे अफ्रीका कौन जाता है, तेरी चोरी हो जाएगी, ये है वो है. तो मेरी इतनी डरा दिया कि फर्स्ट डे couldn't even come out of the hotel room. I was scared to even come out of the room कि अरे जाऊं कि ना जाऊं बाहर घूमने. So आप पहले अपना एक्सपीरियंस बताओ.
See, people made me scared as well when I was coming to South Africa, and when I came to South Africa, even then people told me, don't go out, don't go do this, don't do that, you will be mugged and all those things. But I've been here for 3 years now, not a single incident with me. And then I will tell you the facts. Every country has its own problems. I don't think there's any country where there are no problems. You can consider US or UK or Germany or anywhere. People get mugged there as well, even in India. Tell me a country, all these four countries that I named earlier where people generally go for higher studies. Tell me a place where there is no crime. There is crime everywhere. It's just at different levels and different ways the crime happens in different parts of the world. Like I can tell you example, one of my friend in Germany got mugged, I think last month. And it's a fact, it happens everywhere. Like in South Africa also, yes, the crime can be a concern. The crime rate is definitely high. Like, but those are the small crimes, like crimes like, pickpocket, like it's not pickpocketing, but yeah, looting you, like mugging you, basically, carjacking and all those things. So those crimes are there, but as long as once you get familiarized with the country and you know which places to avoid, at what times, which places to avoid. Like South Africa has got a culture of early to bed and early to rise. Like everything closes, office starts at 7 in the morning here. So, and then by 8 o'clock, everyone is sleeping.
Oh,
So obviously, once everyone is back to the bed, malls, shops, everything close at 7, 7:30 in the evening, because that's the culture. Things open here early and close here early. So obviously, when things go quiet, it's the time for the goons to come out of their nest. And but it's not that you can't travel here on the road, so you can't be out in the night. I go to my home sometimes 12 o'clock in the midnight or 1 o'clock in the midnight and still fine. It's all about, are you alert when you know that the situation, the current time or the place is not the right time or the right place you are in. You have to be alert, and then everything is fine. So I don't see it as a challenge. Like I'm even planning to move my family here to South Africa now. Only why? Because I'm confident about this place. If I would have any concern in my mind regarding safety of my family, I would never do that. So I don't think that as a concern. My family was here, not just the 2020 December. I don't even consider 2020 December as a December, but the 2019 December, my family was here. And we had a very nice road trip, 15 days road trip all across the country by road in my
wow.
car, self-driving day and night. And it was very amazing experience. No issues at all.
Okay, is there a dead road now? I think it's in South Africa or Australia. There's a dead road, which is a 2000-kilometer straight road. I don't know whether it's in South Africa, where a lot of accident happen because people,
Um,
the trucks and all, they met with accident because it's a state road, very boring straight 2000-kilometer road. No, is
and
was it
I don't know if it is called the dead road or what, but yeah, the Cape Town to South Africa is a straight road.
straight
And
2000?
I drove, but no, it's not 2000, it's around 1500
Wait,
kilometers.
wait,
I drove.
maybe that's the
Yeah,
one.
okay. But no, it's not. I don't think that there are a lot of accidents. Like I drove from Cape Town to Johannesburg in a single day. I left early morning, 7 o'clock in
Bapre.
from Cape Town, and 9 o'clock in the night I was in Joburg. So I didn't see a single accident on the way. So I'm not sure about that particular. If it is a rumor or it's a fact, I don't know.
Superb, superb, superb. Okay, now we'll talk about the college. So, Regenesys. I'm sorry if I'm spelling, if I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah.
How you pronounce it? Regenesys.
Regenesis. It's a
Regenesis.
Regenesis Business School.
Right.
Yes.
So, about the college, what is the placement track of the college? I mean, if I'm coming to South Africa, uh, obviously there's no, like nobody can guarantee getting a job there. Depend on your personality, your hard work as well. So, how is the placement track record? Which kind of jobs are coming on campus?
Okay. So the first thing, right, just to clear it, there is nothing called as placement in South Africa or in any other foreign country. The system works differently in India and these foreign countries, or the countries that I know of, be it USA or UK or the other countries, famous countries. Like it's a norm in India where companies come to the college campus and do college campus placements, right? They pick up students and candidates for a job, especially even in MBA. But things here are different, and I'll tell you why it is different. Like there's nothing called as campus placement where company comes to the college and put out their criterias for the first round, and then they do the interview and they select maybe 5, 10, 20, whatever, how many they want. It doesn't happen here, and I will tell you why. Most of the people that do MBA here, right, in South Africa, most of them are already working at on a very nice role. Like when I was writing exams in South Africa, I was sitting with people of my father's age who were doing MBA. And if someone asks me, what's your age? And I will tell them I'm like in my mid 20s. They'll be surprised, oh, you in mid-20s and you're doing MBA, you are overqualified. So people don't do, especially like MBA or a postgraduate degree, just after finishing their graduation or maybe after a year or 2 years of experience. They do MBA when they think now it's a kind of a hindrance in their promotions or they want to switch roles. So most of the people are already working on a managerial roles, right? It's just the people who are coming from outside that are not working here already while they're doing the MBA. So that is why it's not a thing where companies come to the college to get placement, because everyone is already having a job and they're working while they are studying. So there's nothing such as campus placements. But what college does is, obviously, because we are Indians and we're coming from India and we're coming specifically to study, and we have left our prior job. So what college does is they send our profiles to different, they have tie up with different companies and they send our profiles to the companies and tell them that we have this candidate. Should you require any, do you have if you have any suitable opening for such candidates, please let us know. And then the company comes to you, calls you. So you go to the company's head office or wherever for an interview, and then you can get selected or not selected, up to you. So it's all on the personal potential and the skill set, if the company likes them or not. But yeah, there's nothing, it's opposite way. It's not that the company comes to the college, the college sends your profile to the companies and then companies call you.
Superb, superb. All right, so great, yeah. So we had a good chat. So if you want to know more about the college, in the description box, I'll add the link. I'll take it from you. And if you want to share your Instagram profile or your LinkedIn profile, so please do help us, because students want to know more about this. If you
Sure.
are okay with that, because probably
No, always.
पकाने वाला, मैं आपको पहले कहता हूँ मेरा होगा कि नहीं होगा मेरा. यू वोंट बिलीव इट, पीपल सेंड मी फुल प्रोफाइल बचपन से लेकर अभी तक का, व्हाटएवर दे सेंड मी द फुल रिज्यूमे. सो दे एक्सपेक्ट मी टू रीड द फुल रिज्यूमे से कि विल आई गेट अ टॉप एमबीए कॉलेज. अरे यार, तो भाई इस पे नहीं है डिपेंडेंट, तुम्हारी लाइफ में तुम क्या करने वाले हो. फर्स्ट गिव द कैट एग्जाम. सो दे विल बी पीपल हु विल डिस्टर्ब. सो आर यू ओके विद दैट?
Yeah, it's fine, no problem. Like, I'll always be happy to assist them.
Superb,
It's not a
superb.
problem. Like I said, when I was 3 years back, I was also trying the same research and I was trying to
Exactly.
contact these kind of people who can help me. So now if I'm at that place where I can assist someone, I would be very happy to do that.
Excellent. Great, great. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Satyam, for coming and talking to us. All the best.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, bye, bye.
I'll just share. Do you want
Yes,
to
just
write
share it with me here.
my
I'll take it from there. Yeah, perfect. Bye, 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 bye.